plaintiff, Carlos Fernandez, says while dating the defendant, he caught her having sex with another man. Carlos claims he broke up with the defendant after he caught her cheating, and he's suing her today for unreturned property, a loan, and emotional distress. Defendant Crystal Quinones insists Carlos cheated on her 7 times with multiple women, and he once had another woman in her home while she was in the hospital having surgery. Crystal is countersuing because she claims Carlos has been stalking and harassing her.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you, sir.
I've been with Crystal from August of 2017. We were together for a while. Things, go up and down, whatever, how a relationship goes and stuff. And the thing that got me was that I didn't want to be with her no more, but I caught her cheating on me physically.
You were cheating.
Your Honor, I was going to the house, and I actually, nobody answered the door, I went to the side and I seen her naked with dude having sex.
In whose house?
By her new house that she just had. Well, I helped her get, by helping her with a little money to get a place.
What'd you do when you saw that?
I didn't know what to do. It was so much going through my mind.
You walked away, hopefully?
And I did walk away.
Good.
And I went back to the car, went back home, called her on the phone, asked her, what was that I just saw? She didn't want to say nothing. She said, JC, leave me alone, eat it, take it. You cheated on me, this and that. It's not like that, I never physically cheated on this woman.
He's cheated.
You see him with his clothes
He's cheated
up?
7 times with multiple women. I have pictures of the women inside my home. I was getting surgery, and he had a woman in my home while I was getting surgery at the hospital.
So you said you do the same, have a man
No,
in
I did not cheat
home?
on him, sir. I was not with him at the time. He did not help me get my apartment. I had a job of my own to get my own apartment. He was just stalking me while we were separated.
Let him finish his opening remarks.
The money that I got from my boss, it was a borrow, and she was gonna give me money back, like $200 whenever she had the chance to do that. So when she did do, like I said, she just moved into her place, and at that time.
Why'd you all break up?
Because
you cheated.
I seen her, she cheated on me.
That's the instance? You never went back after that?
No.
When did that happen?
This was back in January, sir.
January of 20?
She just moved into the place. She just moved into there.
And that's why you broke up?
Yeah, I done too much.
Why do you say you broke up?
Because he's an alcoholic, sir. Mm-hmm. He stays up to 5, 6 in the morning, expects me to be his babysitter. Mm-hmm. He expects me to be a maid, cook, clean, and I work a 10-hour shift at a bakery. I do sanitation. I'm tired from work. I expect to come home, lay down, relax.
You told him all that when you left?
Yes. We weren't together since October. It was done in October.
Oh.
Okay, October 19?
October of 2019, it was done.
And you told him I'm leaving, or he left?
I left him. I didn't want nothing to do with him.
Did you tell him you were leaving?
Yes, he knew that.
Did you tell him why you were leaving?
He knew a lot. He knew it was about the sex. He knew it about more than what he's describing.
You told him why, though? You told him that?
He knows, yes, and I'm very blunt with it.
You keep saying he knows. I keep asking you, did you tell him?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And what have you been doing since the breakup? Have you all been in touch much since then?
I've been doing my work and going home like I usually do. And the drinking part is, Your Honor, everybody's allowed to be entitled to have drinks, and I do it at home. I don't want to be outside at no bar or do nothing crazy. I'll drink, and if I do, I'll have a little pint or something and be at home. I don't bother nobody. I keep to myself.
And when you drink, do you get violent or
No, I don't, Your Honor.
anything?
I keep to myself.
What problem did you have with him drinking?
He does not drink a pint. He drinks a gallon. Okay. And if he's done with the gallon, he needs another gallon. And he needs the liquor with a chaser inside of it. Okay.
And then what does he do?
He stays up to 5, 6 in the morning. I'll go to sleep around 12, and he wakes me up out of my sleep for me to keep him company. And then I'll say, excuse me, I'm trying to get sleep. I got to go to work. And he wouldn't care. He'll fall. He'll hurt himself while he's drunk. act dumb while he's drunk.
Okay.
People take advantage of him while he's drunk. I
She
felt
was
like I
doing
was
that.
his babysitter.
I said you were the one taking advantage.
I was not taking advantage of nothing.
She did not want me to have
I've
any
had a
female
job
friends
since I
at
got
all.
with him.
I could not have no female friends. I couldn't even see my own daughter. Okay, she wanted everything for herself.
Come on, stop that.
She wanted everything for herself. Your Honor, I am not lying to you. Everybody was gone. Until this day they are. And it's like, come on, you know, you was telling me to keep all these people away and stuff like that. And
Why was she telling you that? What would
because
she
she
say
did
the
not-
reason was?
She didn't like them. She didn't like who I was
Why don't
around.
you
She
tell
didn't
the
like the
truth?
fact that people were taking from me. If I'm giving somebody something, I want to do it up the kind of my heart. Let me do what I do. You don't tell me how to, do this and do that and do this and do that. I mean, I'm trying. I'm trying to work on myself. I had a bad, upbringing, getting whooped and all this other stuff. I don't want to put that in there, but just her took advantage of just my kindness and everything else. And that's why when I seen her cheat on me, Your Honor, it was best to walk away and leave it alone instead of just staying in there.
It's not cheating
I couldn't
if
do
you're
it
not
no
together.
more.
Yeah.
And then her looking at my phone, she would get me drunk if there was time, like on my birthday. She gave me 2 bottles. Okay, and she got me drunk. What she do? Go through my phone. What are you going through my phone for? You don't pay my phone. You shouldn't. That's my personal thing. I don't go to your phone. Well, she would never have a phone because she sleeps with it in her hand.
Lies.
She was by the house.
Do you, ma'am?
Lies.
Yeah, that's a whole lie. That's a whole lie. So anyway,
You
she
know why
was
he
on and
wants you to
off
look
in
at
my
his
house,
phone? Because he
and
don't
she
want
was
you to see the
live. She
girls
was
sending
living by her
naked
mom.
pictures. That
Let
was
me
the
finish,
reason.
ma'am.
And that's why she got her own place. Because she said she didn't want to be there no more. So I said, I'll help you get out so you can get your own place. And that's why it was back and forth.
Okay, and
They're rough, man.
all right, and we're going to get to the property and the loan you're suing about. Any last introductory remarks before we get to the specifics?
Yes, because he sits there and paints this picture that I was cheating on him, and I was not cheating on him, for one.
Okay.
For two, he sits here and he says that I was using him for money. Ever since I've been with him, I had a job,
No, you
and
didn't.
I took care of myself. My mom, my dad, I got a letter from my job from him harassing me at my job, okay? It's not, whatever he's telling you is definitely a lie. I did not cheat on him. I was not with him. I did keep it very blunt with him that I do not want to be with him. I'm sick. I was going through pre-symptoms of stomach cancer at the time. He had a woman in my house getting drunk at the time with him while I was in the hospital getting my surgery. That's when I left him in October. I haven't been with him back. He came in Christmas to take his stuff back in front of my mom's. Okay, I gave him back the stuff, and when I got my apartment, he returned the stuff back to me because he gave them to me as a gift.
Let me hear from you about both the property, the loan. What happened?
Well, day I was trying to get my stuff back. I did.
When was that approximately, if you can recall?
It was like January.
Okay,
Yeah,
January
because- yeah,
of
around that time.
2020.
Around that time somewhere, I think, because I did get in contact with him and I asked her, I said, can I get my stuff back? If you look on one of these papers, where did I put the paper at? On 20, you can see that I made a text message. I got in contact with her on the 8th, and she hits me back like on the 15th or 16th. It's like, you waited a long time to let me know. And she put a no contact order on that from the 8th.
Did you, ma'am?
I've never contacted him.
No, did you put a order against him? Did you
He
get
has a restraining order. Yes, he does. He
There
had a
is-
restraining order. I did file a restraining order against him.
Why?
Because he was stalking me. He
What
was
does he
parked
do?
outside of my house sleeping. He put a GPS in the car following me where I was going.
Did you,
He's
sir?
parked outside my job.
That was my car. She was driving my
No,
car with
that
no
was
license.
my car.
No, I have
Right.
GPS. When she made that phone call to the police, and that was a false report, the police told me that when she made that report, it was false because she didn't answer the door when they went there. And then it says that at this point, she's not willing to give nothing back, so it will become a civil matter.
Okay, ma'am, why did you say you weren't willing to give it back?
The TV was a gift for my birthday. The fireplace was a gift for Christmas. And on Christmas, he came and got it all back.
No.
He was showing up in my house every time. Okay, I wasn't hanging with nobody. I wasn't doing any of that. I was being actually loyal and faithful. I thought
Why do you
maybe,
think he's suing you then?
Well, he's suing me because he wants the stuff back. Okay.
You said you gave it back.
I did, and he gave it back to me.
Oh.
That's what I'm telling you. He came to my house on Christmas Day and took everything
You
back.
said I was with her. I'll tell her about
With
the
his
car.
father and his cousin.
You got it back and then gave it back?
No, I gave her a ring. We both, she
right.
had my chairs and we put it in my car. Yeah, we did that, but she used to have my stuff. But
How did
she
he
didn't
get to
tell you
my
the part
house?
about
How did it get to my house? Tell the truth. How did it get to my house? Because you took it back.
Had you already
Yes, 'cause
taken
he
that
took it to my
back?
house.
No, she had my other stuff that I had to return. But she didn't tell you the part that I was telling you too, that how did I get engaged with her? I asked her to marry me.
With a
And she
fake
still had-
engagement ring that cost $2.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, because you went and praised it and you found it on your own.
Sure.
I didn't know that
Yeah, you sure
I didn't know
did
that I
ask
had
me
it.
to marry you. You
It
sure
doesn't
did.
matter.
With
I
a
didn't do
$2
anything
ring,
wrong, Your
exactly.
Honor.
Just keep quiet.
Oh wow! See, that's wrong,
It's
man.
the thought that
I
counts.
had to live with
No,
that.
it
man.
was not the thought that counted. He did it because I broke up with him and I found him cheating. He did it out of
Your
something
Honor,
that he
I never
thought I was going
cheated
to
on her
forgive him
physically.
for.
I never did that to her. And why would I do that? It's not wrong. I did whatever I could for her. I did without to provide for her and help her.
So the property, let's go over it again. Ma'am, you say you gave it back
Yes, I
at
gave it
first.
back.
Then he gave it back to you.
He gave it to me and he came to my house. We broke up in October, okay? A reason why I broke up with him is that every holiday he throws a tantrum and he storms out my family's home. My family asks me what's wrong, and I say, I don't know. He always uses his growing up like for an excuse. I grew up too, and you know what? I can't hold that against nobody. Okay, so he was using it against my family. My family is a very home welcoming family. We do holidays together. It's normal for your daughter to come with her boyfriend and spend time with the family. He's always messed it up for me. Okay, that was the first thing. That's why I broke up with him. Then in late night when he gets drunk, he's always texting. He's always that. So I was going through. Yeah, I did go through his phone. Yes, I did. I did go through his phone, and guess what? It showed me the truth. What I was expecting.
No.
He was texting other women. Okay, he was going to see other women. You tell me, is your wife okay with you buying another woman a pack of Pampers? Is your wife okay with you taking care of somebody else's
Friends,
child?
Your Honor,
No,
friends.
I'm not gonna be with a man that's gonna take care of another woman. I'm not. That's not okay. That's not
No,
okay.
no,
And that's
it's-
not
it's
okay
friends,
for
it's
another woman
friends.
to drive your car.
It's
It's not
friends,
okay
man.
for another woman to sleep. And he uses the friends. Okay,
Yeah, 'cause
yes,
that's what they
friends.
are.
But if you go in his phone, he's got videos of her in her panties with a shirt, him blowing kisses at her, her
Bathing
blowing
suit,
kisses
Your
back.
Honor.
You know,
Open
stuff
picture.
like that.
That's what friends are
Okay,
for.
but that's what friends are for,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Okay. So I gave up on him and I told him that I didn't want to be with him no more. We
No.
were trying to work it out around Thanksgiving and Christmas. We were trying to work it out, okay? But it wasn't working. It wasn't working. And he knows that it was becoming more toxic. And it was making me more sick than I was already. So when he came to my house on Christmas Day, everybody got presents, and guess what I got? I got a U-Haul with his father and his cousin to pick up his stuff. I
On
gave him
Christmas
back,
Day?
On Christmas Day. On Christmas
true?
Day.
All the stuff that I
On
had there,
Christmas
yes.
Day.
You went
On
with a
Christmas
U-Haul on Christmas Day,
On
sir.
Christmas
Why?
Day.
I'm gonna tell you why, because
No,
I
hold
can't
on.
trust
You
her. I
had your
can't
time to
trust her 'cause
talk.
she was willing to do whatever, so I had to surprise her and take my stuff. That's what
No,
I did.
no.
She would've
Bro, you
damaged my
ain't
stuff.
Santa Claus. You think you might
would've
be.
do- she
Santa
would've
Claus
damaged
beard
it.
is white. You got
She
everything
would've
but the
damaged it,
beard.
Your Honor.
So I thought everything was okay on Christmas because we were trying to work it out, right?
No.
So he bring me lunch, he bring me Chinese food. So I said thank you. I gave him a kiss, and right when I get ready to close the door, he pushes the door up and he says, "Nah,
All my stuff.
I want my stuff."
Yeah.
Unpaid loan. Tell me about the loan.
That was a loan that I borrowed from my boss to give to help her out with a place that she rented for $900, and she said that she was going to help me pay it back. She said, "Well, she was okay."
When was
with it.
that?
Probably the last January.
Okay, and when did she say she would repay you?
Whenever she could, but then that's when all this happened, and whatever. I'm not getting nothing now, so
You don't think she would give you something?
No. I asked her. I was like, "What was going to happen?" Nothing. Nothing.
What'd she say?
Just nothing. I figured since all this happened,
You all have all these documents. You have anything in those documents where you all had a conversation about the money?
No.
Because I never had no money from him.
What do those documents indicate? What evidence do you have there? What are you proving there?
This is
Because
just,
that's all those papers, and you don't
All
have
these-
one word about the loan.
all these papers are just all these papers are just like from text messages and stuff like
Right.
that,
Exactly.
and protecting myself from what I saw.
Any of those text messages say, "Where's my 900?"
No, sir.
Ma'am, tell me about the loan.
I've never got a loan from him, so I don't even know what he's talking about.
And you tell me about the harassment. You're countersuing him for $5,000.
Carlos has contacted my job for over 6 to 7 months. I have a letter from my job, my employer. Number 3 is a
Sir, did
letter.
you contact her job?
No, I didn't, sir. I don't.
Oh,
I
my
don't,
job
I didn't call her. I
verifies-
don't talk to her. I don't say nothing to her. I
My
leave her
job
alone.
verifies that they identified him as talking. He also got the chance to talk to my supervisor and my lead, and he got to talk talk to H&R, which everybody has identified him, which the letter is proving it.
I don't know how that's possible.
It's number 3. And then because
Carlos
I went to the job.
has been identified by 3 different
people.
as incessantly calling the employee emergency line on January. He did so without an emergency. When the employee would answer, he would ask to speak to Crystal.
Man, they're gonna lie for you, man.
Also, I have a letter which is number page 2, which is from my agent that he kept contacting her, stipulating that I was doing all this crime activities.
No,
yes, and
I asked for my stuff.
she made me come in that day. She gave me 24 hours to come in, and at that she didn't even give me the whole 24. She gave me 10 to 5 hours to make it to her office to do a drug assessment test, which I had to do 3 tests that day, which I passed. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So that was page
He called
2.
me to inquire about getting items back from her,
Yep.
which he was informed. You called her probation officer about
Yes, I
it?
did,
Yes.
because that was a way to contact. He said contact, and that's when I told you I contacted her on the 8th just to get my stuff back.
he was
that was the
stalking me,
message
sir.
that I had.
You should have just
So
sued her as you
I'm-
have, sir. You don't do that. You
That's
don't
all
have
I
to call
said.
a person's work, go to a person's work, call anybody that has authority or jurisdiction over her life. They could have locked her up for this, sir. Who is this page 7? Who is that, ma'am, talking?
Page 7 is him. These are the wonderful texts that I received
Bum
after
B, Crystal, you're
Yeah.
the biggest H in Racine.
Yes.
I'll beat your A, bum A, B.
And
You're
I was
ugly
receiving those
A.
on multiple occasions.
Come, my.
Yeah, I got the rest of those messages.
Do all this, sir.
So I have
No,
page
sir, I
8.
did not.
Your number is on here.
Exactly.
That's not my phone number. That's a text message.
So
after
also-
she
How do you
did.
know?
Because
Yeah.
it was. I
How do
found
you
out
know?
that it was a text
Exactly.
message.
How you know what?
Exactly. How does he know? Right. So also on page 13, when I filed my restraining order against him to leave me alone because he was stalking me, he went behind and he filed a restraining order behind me, stating that I was taking advantage of him, making him do sexual acts to me, and that I was abusing him.
Making?
Yes.
No.
I was forcing him.
Let me see that one. Let me see that
So
one.
that's
I can't.
It's page 13.
Y'all done threw me off my game now.
Okay. Page 15, I have a picture. It's one of the girls that he cheated on me with, and not only including he was messing with her sister, which is the new girl that is texting me now.
You know,
Should've
those
never
pictures
come
are
in
off
here,
my
sir.
phone that she has.
Okay.
Those are friends. It don't matter. Why you got
whatever.
pictures off
But
my
she's
phone?
in her shirt and her panties.
It doesn't
because it's a
matter.
bathing suit. Okay, back to page 16 now I am. Page 16.
You had to listen to her like this for how
I
many years?
didn't wanna be with
For
her no
3
more.
years? You're a pistol.
I don't want to be with her.
No, and I wasn't even
It
with him
was
for
worse.
3 years.
It was worse than that?
Yeah.
Oh, so
I had to
worse.
deal with her.
So worse.
You rough.
It's not that I'm rough.
But you
I'm
make
just
your
not-
point. You make
I'm
your
not going
point.
to sit there and have somebody walk all over me or to
like you done to
use an
me.
excuse because I left him. Now these girls convinced him to do all this stuff, and now he's suing me for gifts that he gave me.
Based on the testimony I've heard, I believe you on the 900. And based on her story, that you took your furniture and then you brought it back to give to her. I don't believe that. I'm going to give you $2,500 for that and $900 for the loan. That comes to $3,400. It's your judgment. However, you're way out of line, sir. You made some very, very big mistakes.
I know that.
Calling her probation officer, calling her job. People can't do that. That can destroy folks' lives, sir.
Still to this day, he stops and talks
So
to
I'm
me.
gonna grant her $5,000 for that. $5,000 is your judgment. However, I'll give you the $3,400 that I believe you're entitled to. All right. Good luck to you both. Have a good day.